Monday, June 15th, Father's Day. Bold and Belligerent podcast. How bees it, guys?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Doing good.
It's the very first one. Happy to be here. Just got everything hooked up. Fucking pain in the ass. You'd be amazed at how much shit you have to do a podcast. Fucking mixers and headphone amps, and we have 2 laptops set up.
I don't give a fuck.
Everybody want to introduce themselves? I am Lorne, aka Smoothie.
Or aka Cocky Bastard.
Yeah, people call me Cocky, whatever.
My name
What
is
can you do
Josh.
about that? They're just jealous.
I'm Smokey.
Smokey.
Josh,
Mike.
hey, you forgot your
All right, I
he's
guess
low
they
T-boy.
like to call me Low T-Boy.
No T-boy. He lets his wife rule his life. Mike over there is our wild man.
Yeah.
Talking to the mic, Mike.
Yeah. Good to be here.
Mike's got his drink on, got his smoke on, and he's here, ready to go.
We got
Luke
Yeah,
the Drifter
Luke,
over
I'm
there.
just here to talk about MMA.
Oh yeah,
No, he's not.
He's only the MMA guy. He doesn't.
I'm
talk
just the
about
MMA guy. I don't
Yeah.
anything else.
All right, so turn your mic off now.
Oh, yep. Turn your mic off. You can't talk about anything but MMA.
Speaking of MMA, we have a UFC segment coming up. There was UFC 174, was it last night?
UFC 174 last night, Saturday, June 14th, over in Vancouver, Canada. We had Demetrius Johnson defending his belt against Ali Baghaturov. I don't think anybody knows how to say his fucking name.
Doesn't matter, he's Russian, right?
It doesn't matter. No one fucking
Just
cares.
say the crazy Russian.
Yeah, and you know what? The fucking card was a piece of shit. Looking into it, I had no interest in watching this thing. I only watched it so I could talk about it today. That's the only reason I watched it. I was not going to spend $60 on this piece of shit pay-per-view. What
Hold
it
on,
came
we
down.
didn't do the
yeah,
intro,
let's-
guys.
we gotta get
didn't
into
do
this.
The intro, guys.
We gotta
okay,
go.
so
All right.
we just jumped right into it. We have an intro for UFC. Obviously, it's our first podcast. Let's get this going. Turn the volume up.
Ultimate Boxing has now replaced boxing. In modern fighting, this is ultimate fighting. They don't wear shoes. They kick, they fight, they jump on each other.
Yep.
What do you make of that sport?
I think it's terrific.
All right, as you were saying.
As I was saying, I went ahead and wrote down the odds here because I want to explain something to you guys. UFC 173, Hene Barar was defending his belt. Barar.
I was there. I was live at that one.
You're shitting me, really?
Swear to God.
Oh, yeah, well, then you saw him get his fucking ass
And it
handed to
was-
him by
the
TJ
crowd went-
Dillashaw.
The crowd went fucking crazy.
I want you guys to realize here, Barao, he was negative 800 on the fucking Vegas odds, and Dillashaw was about plus 550. This fight here last night, Johnson and Ali Bergerov, he was negative 675, and Ali was plus 500, so the odds were even closer
Yeah.
than they were for the Barar fight.
And
Yeah.
the odds were even crazier for like TKO or KO or something like that.
Shit like that, yeah. So I'm sitting here going, well, I'm still kind of riding the high from UFC 173. I'm hoping tonight we're going to see a fucking upset again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for, because I hate Demetrius Johnson, the alien-looking motherfucker, dude. I'm not a fan of his. So I'm hoping last night I'm going to see an upset. Well, unfortunately, I was proven wrong. Demetrius Johnson defended his belt in another boring 5-round unanimous decision. Fuck, man. I was pretty bummed out about that.
So no knockouts.
No, not well. You know, last night's card was just as I expected. I was hoping to see something out of it, but once
Right.
again, I was disappointed. It was boring as shit.
Yeah.
We had, the main card. We had Rory McDonald, Tyron Woodley. Woodley looked like shit in that fight last night. I don't know what I was expecting.
Hold on. I actually have Dana White talking about that. I don't know if the intro's going to keep going or not, but I'm going to play this. This is Dana White after the fight talking about Lamar Woodley's performance.
What about Tyron Woodley? Where does he go from here? Because he had been hounding you for a title shot.
Yeah. You know, he choked in the big fight tonight, man. He needed to come out and try to rip that head off in the third round. He didn't even do that. He threw a few punches, missed, and, didn't knock him out and just sort of set back into, the way he fought the rest of the fight. He got beat tonight. He got beat mentally. He got beat physically, and Tyrone's got a ways to go. Seems like he chokes in the big fights.
Couldn't have said it better than myself.
Yep.
I mean, that's, he had
Dana
all the
is
points.
he's basically a fan. He's like the crazy fan on Twitter. I was saying this earlier. He says how he feels. It's got to be tough to work for him because if you don't show up and you try to kill people in each fight, then it's just gonna be he's gonna blast you. He's gonna blast you publicly, and you better hope next fight you put on a show because that's what he's all about.
And, Rory McDonald, he looked damn good last night. I really didn't know much about the guy. I knew he had a couple good fights. He's 24 years old, and he went in there. He's ranked number 2 right now. The only person who's ahead of him is Robbie Lawler, which, in my opinion, I don't think he really deserves that number 1 contender
he's pretty
spot.
brand new then.
Oh, yeah. Well, Rory McDonald's been there for a couple years now, but
He's annoying as fuck.
Is he?
To me, he's the GSP protege guy. He just I don't know what it is about the guy. I think a lot of people feel the same way as me. He rubs a lot of people the wrong way. I don't know what he's just. Got that cocky smirk all the time. I probably have it. That's probably why people don't like me. But
that
Cocky
fucker can
bastard
fight,
over
though,
here.
man.
Yeah.
That fucker can fight.
oh, he absolutely can fight. He uses his range beautifully. He stays just outside of people, and he has power. I'm pretty sure he roids, but then again, who doesn't?
They all do.
Roids are awesome.
Well, this is welterweight, and we got Johnny Hendricks as the champion there, so I would love to see Rory McDonald fight Johnny Hendricks.
God, I would love to see Hendricks knock Rory out.
It can be done. Johnny Hendricks, he's got
The
that
bearded assassin.
that one punch power, and it's insane to watch that guy fight. So I'm definitely looking forward to whenever that's going to happen. But, on the other main card, we also had Ryan Bader and Rafael Kavalantic or whatever, and that was fucking boring. That went to 3 rounds, unanimous decision. Actually, Ryan Bader, I went to high school in Tempe High. He trains out of Tempe.
Okay.
And one of the teachers I had there, a science teacher, was actually his cousin. And this was years ago. He's telling me, oh, yeah, my cousin Ryan Bader, he's going to be on The Ultimate Fighter. He's going to be a great fighter. So I always looked for Ryan Bader and watched his fights. Dude's fucking boring. It's a waste of time.
Do you feel special,
He wants
though?
to be something he's not. He
He
seems like
wants
he's
to be.
always trying to knock people out, but he just doesn't have that natural raw
Just get
power
out.
that some guys have.
And the only fight I was really looking forward to last night was the Pitbull, Andre Arlovski. He's returning after
Right.
6 years since he stepped foot in the octagon, 2008.
I have a quick sound clip on this one as well. I don't know if you want to play it first. If you
Hey,
want
man,
to
go
give your
ahead.
okay, let's play what Dana White thought about this fight.
Shaw Barlovsky, very controversial. Do you think the judges got it right?
Was it controversial?
I think Shaw won that fight.
I think everybody would agree that fight sucked. That fight was horrible. You know who lost that fight? The fans. The fans lost in that fight. For anybody to think he got robbed, the first 2 rounds could have gone either way. First 2 rounds could have gone either way. In the 3rd round, Shaw won the 3rd round. Other than that, I made a big mistake putting that on the main card. That should have been in the prelims. And for Shaw to walk around thinking he got robbed is hysterical. First of all, Arlovski looked slow. Arlovski looked soft. Arlovski looked like he couldn't get
Hard
off
to
tonight.
hear. Everybody loves Arlovski.
And neither one of them threw any punches in the first
Russians
2
just
rounds,
suck in
and
general,
Schaub's
though.
face still looked like he got hit with a baseball bat. Okay? And for him to think that he was robbed tonight is absolute comedy.
Dana, thank you very much for the time.
He's not
We
done.
got robbed
What's
tonight.
crazy is
He
that's
said
the
we got
owner.
robbed right at
That's
the
the
end.
owner saying all that stuff.
Oh my God!
That's insane.
Well, he's like, I think he's what is he, part owner or
Well,
something?
part owner, yeah,
Fertitta's
but-
Something
owner.
like the president, like that.
Well, either
the-
way,
he's
he's
the
the man
face
in
of it.
charge.
Yeah,
If
he's
you're
sitting there saying all that stuff.
if you're Schaub and you're sitting, he's still got a long career ahead of him. Arlovski, he's at the end. He's at the twilight kind of thing.
He's only 35 years old. 35 years old. He's been fighting since 2000. We've been watching him since he was 21 years old.
Yeah.
So it feels like he's been around for a long time. But you could look at fucking Dan Henderson. He's in his 40s.
Oh, yeah.
That dude's still fighting. He got his ass kicked.
Speaking
not
of
too
the
long
live,
ago.
the live fight that I was at, man, I was so rooting for him.
Don't
It
you
was,
talk
he
about
didn't,
Dan
there was
Anderson
not
that way.
there was not a glimmer of like anything to be happy about in that fight. He just got absolutely worked. But that was last UFC, so we're talking about
Yeah,
this.
and Arlovski, I was looking forward to him coming back because I was a fan of him in about 05 and 06 when he was holding those belts. He had the good little trilogy against Tim Sylvia and shit like that. And Sylvia's the goofiest motherfucker to ever step foot in that octagon. So I enjoyed watching Arlovski beat the shit out of him. But he just didn't have it last night. Neither one of them did. If Brendan Schaub really wanted that victory, he would have worked for it. He looked like I don't know if he had too much respect for Arlovski or if he just is fucking stupid. But it was an awful fight and couldn't agree with Dana White any more than that. But and rounding out the main card, we had the OSP or Vance St. Preux or something, some fucking French dude versus Ryan Jimmo, and that fight. Same thing. It was boring as shit. The first round was pretty even. They were just kind of throwing that air and not really landing a whole lot. Then, the black dude, the big-ass black guy, took him down in the end of the first round and just kind of laid on him. Pretty much. And then the second round comes in, and Jimmo, he gets taken to the ground, and he's yelling, oh, my arm's broken. So they stopped the fight. I think he just pussed out. I don't think he wanted to fight that fight anymore. So that was a fucking disgrace. And the whole card, I looked at it at first, and I said, this is going to be a shitty card. And I was right again. It was a shitty card. But I would say the best fights of the night were the prelims.
Yeah.
Every single one of those prelims
That's
were
usually
exciting.
how it goes for the most part.
I don't know, man, but those
I think so.
That main card was shit.
The thing that balances out the UFC these days is they give away so many free cards that it's like if you do buy a pay-per-view every now and then, a lot of times it's disappointing. Most of the time you buy one, it ends up being disappointing. But they give you so many other free cards that you're still not too mad at them. You know, you're like,
and
all right. And usually the free ones are the best ones too. And the prelims are the best. They put those on TV for free a lot of times. So.
Yeah, and you know what? My favorite fight from last night was actually the chick fight. It was Valerie Lertemer, some sort of French fucking name. It was all in Canada, so every single
Goddamn
mother fighter was
Frenchies.
fucking French. And then Elizabeth Phillips. It went down to a split decision, which I think those Canadian judges are shit. Because I did give the fight to Brendan Schaub, and this Valerie chick, she kicked Phillips' ass in their fight for 3 rounds, whooped this bitch's ass, and it came down to a split decision. So I don't know what was up with those judges last night, but that was
they're
definitely.
Oh,
communists.
did you see the
Canadians
free,
are communists.
Did you see the free fight with Diego Sanchez not long ago? Was it last week or something?
oh,
that
well,
was the oh my.
That
I've
was in
never
New
seen a
Mexico.
decision that bad.
That was
I don't
in New
think
Mexico,
that was
and
unbelievable.
They definitely gave that away to him.
He really
just from
sold
being-
it right when the fight ended. He threw his arms up like he won, and I'm thinking, what are you putting your arms up for, man? I know he's fiery, but it worked out because it was his hometown, and
He lost that fight.
somebody gave him, when the final score is it was a 30-27. Somebody gave him a 30-27, followed by a 30-27 for the other fighter, and it was like I've never seen that happen either. How can one judge judge it
Well, I mean,
so
it's kinda
differently
like
from
anywhere
another judge?
when you have someone on their home turf, or I guess you could say,
And Ross Pearson.
All it took was one judge, apparently.
they're gonna give it to the guy that's the home favorite.
But you know what? I'm actually kind of bummed out that the one fight I'm here to fucking report on is last night because that fight was shit, dude. But coming up next week we don't have anything. But the week after that, June 28th, we got 2 free fights. One of them you can only watch with the Fight Pass. That's James Tehuna and Nate Marquardt, which will be okay. But the other one to watch is Cub Swanson and Jeremy Stevens, and I think that one's going to be a lot better. And I don't know if you guys watched Ultimate Fighter, but Kevin Gastelum, he was on season 17, and he's going to be there fighting. He beat Uriah Hall. And Uriah Hall is a hell of a
He's a
fighter.
monster.
He had that crazy ass kick that
Kevin
put that
was
dude in fucking hospital, man.
Who's the one that won that season? It was the Mexican dude, right? Is that
Kevin
what you're talking
Gastelum,
about?
yeah.
I like him a lot.
He's 22 years old. 22 years old, and he went ahead and won that. So I'm really looking forward to that fight. I think it's going to be good to see him back in the octagon and see what he can do because he's got a shit ton of potential right now, and it's looking good. So those are the free fights that are coming up on the 28th, and I'm really looking forward to that. But I would say...
Mike, is your mic on? Fingers are
Yeah.
all over it.
Yeah,
That
it's
makes
on.
noise, right?
Jesus.
Somebody's mic's making a ton of noise, and I know
That's
if
probably
we
me.
have like 3 listeners, they're going to be like, what is all that?
So we just touching myself. It's all right.
So I have a couple of just MMA in general questions about what you think. Lately, there's been a ton of eye pokes. It's just like every card, there's 2 to 3 fights that are almost ruined by eye pokes. They had to stop it several times. We saw it recently. What is there anything they can do about that?
Well, you notice in a lot of fights they're taking advantage of the open gloves. You see them; they'll put their hand out and paw at their face with their
It
fingers.
seems like people's thumbs
to
are
keep
always
them back.
out.
Yeah, you don't want to step in on a guy who's got his fingers out. You're going to take one right to the fucking cornea. So
I think the thumb, if they could find a way just to cover the tip of the thumb, you'd still be able to grab for jiu-jitsu, but
not really well. It'll slip easy.
So you're saying make like a little thumb?
It's
glove
gonna be
almost, just
something.
kinda cover
It's
it.
gonna be too hard.
They have to do something.
You're still gonna have the fingers though, not just the
Yeah, but
thumb.
most
Right.
of the eye
Fingers are
pokes
gonna be
most of the
jabbed.
eye pokes are from the thumb, anyways.
I know, but you cover up the thumb, you might as well cover up their whole fucking hand.
it's true you can't really grip as well, and it would hinder jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So that's probably why they haven't done it at this point, and I don't know if they're going to.
They just need to start finding
Rogan has a theory
motherfuckers.
that Pride's gloves were much better for, as far as eye pokes, as they curled in more, I guess. They made their hands stay closed when they were boxing, and they could still grab people.
That'd be good.
So maybe
Well,
that's
Mike
something
just
they gotta
brought up a good
consider.
point. I don't know if they do it, but you said that they should just start finding people.
Yeah, find motherfuckers.
I mean, if they did that, people would probably be a lot more self-conscious.
You'd have
for
to
not
prove that
making
it's
weight.
intentional, though. That's the only thing.
Yeah, well, it's just
some of that shit looks intentional.
I think
yes,
just period. If you do an
absolutely.
eye poke, you get fined.
Then again, the NFL fines people for hits that you could call
Yeah.
unintentional, but they do it.
The NFL's a joke. So are the fucking refs.
We'll talk about the NFL in a
Yeah.
little bit. We got an NFL segment.
Fuck.
Rounding out the UFC segment, who do you think is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world right now?
John Jones, no doubt about it.
Yeah,
that
I
dude's
agree.
been
I
defending
agree.
his belt against some of the
Yeah.
best. Alexander Gustafsson is a fucking animal.
Yeah.
And he went in there and they fought for 5 rounds hard as shit.
Could have went either way.
and
I
it was
thought.
Gustafson's fight. Fuck John
I
Jones.
gave it to Gustafsson, but I'll
Fuck
tell you
John
right
Jones
now,
in the ass. He lost that fight, and the judges are just little bitches, and they wanted to fucking vote for the champion.
That's that old argument of you really have to beat the champion, which I hate. I think
Exactly.
you judge the fight as the fight is.
Yeah.
You don't worry about who's champion. Just take all that off the table. Who won the fight? I do think Gustafsson won, but John has been dominant since, and he ragdolls great fighters. It's amazing what he does.
I gave the fight to Gustafsson as well, but you know what? When it came down to it, John Jones, he hung in there for the 5 rounds, and at the end they had to carry him out, but he still fucking hung in there.
Yeah.
Barely.
Yeah,
I mean,
his
how many
toe was
years
sideways.
how many years has he had the title now?
About 2 or 3.
Yeah,
About
but
2 or
he's
3 years.
defended
It's been
quite
a
a
while.
And that's
times.
bullshit.
But
Bullshit.
he's a hell of a fighter, and I just don't think anyone else is as dominant right now. I would have said Anderson Silva if you would have asked me last year, but
Right.
you know, with the whole Chris Weidman thing and him breaking his fucking leg off, it's just
That was awesome.
Oh, they were
I
saying
enjoyed it.
actually recently it came out of Anderson Silva's camp that he wants to fight Nick Diaz as his comeback fight, which
I
would
would
be
love to
amazing.
see that.
That would be amazing.
I
I,
would
I know
love
what
to
you're
see that.
I know what you're thinking too, because I know how you feel about the Diaz brothers. You
fucking
don't like
hate
them,
them.
do? I love them. I love them, and I would love to see that fight because I love both guys. I want to see Nick and I love Anderson too, but I want to see them both go at it.
I would rather him beat the shit out of Nate Diaz though.
I want to see
I'm not
Anderson
sure
break
it's
his leg again.
I'm not sure it's a great matchup for Nick Diaz. Honestly, it's
Yeah.
Nick tends to wear people out with a lot of pitter-patter striking.
It's
Anderson,
not going to work against Anderson.
No, I mean
Anderson's going to.
Anderson will catch him, and he puts his hands down a little too much.
So that'll be a hell of a fight. But the one that's coming up soon, UFC 175, the next pay-per-view, that'll be on July 5th. That's Chris Weidman versus Lyoto Machida. And that's going to be a hell of a fight. Lyoto Machida and Anderson Silva are really good friends, so I know that he's going to be going there with a little bit of bad blood. I know he's probably not a fan of Weidman, so that's going to be definitely a good fight. And Lyoto usually fights at 205, and he's stepping down to 185 to take that fight. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Also, Ronda Rousey's defending her belt again
I love Ronda
against
Ronda
Alexis
so
Davis.
much.
So that's going to
I
be
have
good.
such a crush on her. People that say that they're not into MMA chicks, I don't know.
I would drag
I'm not
my
that into
balls through
Misha,
9
but
miles of
Ronda,
broken glass
oh,
just
man.
to eat the corn out of her crap.
Jesus Christ.
All you have to do is just Google her, and you'll instantly be in love with her. You just see some of those pictures she's posted. There's no way no one would not like her.
I know.
She's good looking, and then you got Misha Tate. She's not
I
bad.
let her
I like
punch
Misha
me.
Tate.
Cupcake.
Oh, I like Misha Tate. So
She
that's
just
gonna,
punched me.
and a couple other fights on the card.
my dick in.
Exactly.
Uriah Faber, Alex Caceres, Bruce Leroy, crazy little black guy with the afro throwing around kicks and shit. Stefan Struve.
So that's
Matt
in 2 weeks,
Mitrione.
that card you said?
No, July 5th.
July
That's
5th.
UFC 175. So I'm
Ooh.
definitely looking forward to that one, and
Hell yeah.
I know it's going to be a good one.
I'll be too high to watch it.
All right, that was UFC news. Josh, you have some news for us and
Yeah, I
the
mean,
rest
I
of
got
the
a little
world,
bit.
huh?
I got a little bit of news. Just here's one little example of companies being corrupt and greedy like usual. I like to call it the Waffle House waitress. This girl, Shayna Brown, she's 26 years old. She works at the Waffle House, and one night, patron was in there, and she was talking to him, this and that. And
Mother's Day.
yes, it was on Mother's Day, and she's a mother of, I think it was 4, and the guy gave her $1,000 tip. Well, the
He was
Waffle
trying to get in her
House,
pants.
maybe, I don't know. But the Waffle House immediately swooped in and said, "Oh, we have a policy about receiving large tips, so therefore we have to keep it, or possibly return it or refund it to the patron."
Real quick, coming off UFC news, that actually that sounds very similar to the story of Dana White taking the Palms for $2 million and them not allowing him to come back anymore and gamble.
Oh yeah.
That's happened
yeah.
twice now. They've
Yeah.
banned him from the Palms, which is just pathetic.
Yeah.
I mean, they want to take everyone's money. They let them get drunk at their machines and at the tables, and they don't give a shit if someone wastes their life away because they're an addict. But
They want the money in
God
their
forbid somebody
pocket.
win enough to hurt them a little bit.
Yep, they want the money in their pocket, and this is just another prime example. Like I said, she gets $1,000 tip for hard work, putting her time in, and they come in and say, "Oh, we have a large tip policy, so therefore it's our money."
That's
or
disgusting.
we might possibly refund it, but they're not going to.
You know all I have to say to that? Thanks, Obama. That's
Okay,
it.
so after weeks of fighting with the
It wasn't
Waffle
for
Your
House,
him.
segment's next, Mike.
After
what
weeks-
pisses me
yeah.
off. I'm sure we'll get into that.
oh yeah, it's all about Obama. After weeks of fighting with the Waffle House and not really getting anywhere, she ended up contacting a local news station, and the word started spreading, getting out. Well, luckily, thankfully, the guy who gave her the $1,000 tip found out about what was going on, and he went down and personally wrote her a $1,000 check. So I mean, I guess all's well that ends well, So the lady ended up getting her money, but not from the tip.
But did the company take the original tip?
Yes, they
So
kept
that
it.
guy ended up forking out $2,000 over this
yep.
shit.
But I guess he felt so bad for the girl that he went down and personally wrote her $1,000
And is she
check.
still working for the Waffle House?
No, she quit, and she'd worked there for 7 years.
Wow.
This is the message I have to say. Waffle House, communist. Socialist,
Waffle House
communist.
is just another company like all the other companies that are greedy, and as soon as a little
Boycott
bit of money
right
comes
now.
their way, they want to just swoop in and take it, even if it's not theirs.
Fuck the communists.
All right. Moving on, Mike.
All right.
Time for your segment.
My segment, as y'all probably already know, is about Obama. What pisses me off.
You're an alcoholic.
Yeah. Not going to deny that. Anyways, all right, my segment is about Obama. Just want to talk about the number of scandals this motherfucker
Seriously,
had.
you are an alcoholic.
Sorry.
Proceed.
He's got 3 beers in
I
front of him
played
right
the
now. And it's what time is it? Like 1 o'clock.
It's after 12. I'm good.
Okay, Obama is what?
Anyways, this motherfucker. It pisses me off the fact that I have to listen to the news every single fucking day and listen to him bitch about how it's not his goddamn fault. He is the only president. This motherfucker has 24 scandals against him.
And counting, right?
And counting, yeah. This motherfucker does not. First of all, the prisoner exchange, that just boils my goddamn blood. I listen to this shit all the time. Gives up 5 high Taliban officials for one fucking little dipshit that didn't even want to. He abandoned his post.
This one hits real
Yeah.
close to home because Mike is he used to be in the Army.
Yeah.
Used to be. Thank God I'm out.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Anyway, this motherfucker abandoned and got 6 guys killed looking for his ass. And then he wants to his parents want to go Islamic and bitch about it in the fucking garden. And Obama's acting like this is a fucking a party, just fucking, oh yeah, we got our own POW. But no, the guy's a traitor. And he did this whole thing just so he could cover up that fucking VA scandal of all the wait times. They did a fucking, what is it, a investigation of all the VAs around the country. 700 of the VA hospitals fucking all had wait times that they lied about. So you got guys waiting 3 months for surgery when they should be getting it now. All because they lied about the numbers just so they can get their bonus check. And Obama, of course, blames it on whoever, Republicans, independents, whoever you can blame it on. Next thing I want to talk about
Next thing that really
is
pisses
the
you off.
the pussification of the USA.
Yeah, I'm on with this one.
All right? Before Obama got into office, we were the shit. We were the badasses.
We were America.
Yeah, America.
I wish I had that soundbite right now.
As soon as he fucking got elected, he wants to fly a goddamn Air Force One around the world. Might as well fucking tattooed sorry to the fucking belly of it. Fucking flew around the world because that's all he did. He wanted to apologize to everyone. Oh, I'm sorry for getting involved in everything. Well, we might as well say sorry for D-Day then.
Dear Lord, baby Jesus.
Exactly. This motherfucker just pisses me off. Not only that, all these scandals that have been going on, he makes his press secretary talk to the press about all this shit. And his press secretary ended up quitting.
Couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah, he couldn't
Covering
handle
up
the
all
bullshit that he had to lie for this motherfucker. And then you got Benghazi, and you got Ukraine, and you got fucking Syria. He wants to threaten Syria and then back the fuck off. And then Russia looks like the good guy. And then Ukraine, he's like,
Russia's good guys.
are you fucking
I just
kidding
wanted
me?
to do that just to see your face.
No.
Threatened Syria and then backs off.
Yeah, they threatened Syria. Oh, if you don't stop, we're gonna do something.
Sounds a lot like Luke over here.
And then,
I'll kick your ass, and then as soon as someone comes over to fight him, he runs away.
no, I'm good, man.
Yeah. No, I was just kidding.
I just rolled up the fucking window, man. You know.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't deal with that shit.
All right, go ahead and tell the story. Go ahead and tell the story real quick. What happened?
All right,
Yeah,
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead and tell the story.
Okay. Now look, this story changes every fucking time I tell it because Josh over here, he has to fucking add something. Oh, and then Luke started shitting his pants. It really wasn't that bad. We pulled behind this person. All right, they
That
fucking slammed on the
escalated
brakes.
quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
Yeah, exactly.
We pull up next to him on the red light. The dude raises his hands like, what? So what do I do? I'm sitting there smoking my cigarette. I think I'm fucking badass. I got my arm out the window. I do it right back. What? What are you going to do? So he opens his door and steps out of the car and starts walking towards me. I threw my
Did your
cigarette out,
opinion
rolled up the
change?
window. That's all I did. I just rolled up the window. I looked away. I thought maybe he'd go away. It was a bad drink.
He rolled the window up and looked at me and went, go, 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 go.
No cops around. I just
Yeah,
said, fuck
the
around.
light turned green and I started going.
You had a
and-
warrant. You didn't want to get involved.
I mean,
in
the
anything.
wife held him back. So, I mean, it all worked out. But yeah, you know, I figured if I got into a fight, Josh would kick his ass for me.
You're
but-
just one of those typical, I'm going to threaten someone, but when it starts to escalate, oh shit, I got
Oh, so you're like fucking South Korea.
Exactly.
That's what you
one
are.
pathetic
Goddamn
loser.
South Korea does the same thing. They're gonna sit here, and then as soon as North Korea attacks them, like, oh, America, you got this. That's exactly what it is. You guys will talk shit, And then all of a sudden we got back up.
Pretty much.
Fucking chinks.
All right, Mike.
Whoa. Were you still going somewhere with the America's pussy?
Oh, no, we're good. Pussification. Obama fucked everything up.
That's
I
basically
think
all
we
I
were
gotta
headed
say, right?
towards being pussies without Obama's help, but
Oh, no, he's like a steroid for pussy. That's what he is.
he's a steroid for pussy.
He
okay.
fucking, he helped develop it faster.
With my dick.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, Michael.
All right.
Guess
that's
what,
it.
ladies and gentlemen? It is beach season, all right? And it's time for Lorne, a.k.a. Smoothie's 5 diet changes that will
AKA
lean you
cocky
up
bastard.
for beach season. Cocky bastard, eh?
Cocky bastard.
All right.
Don't listen to any of this shit.
Tip number 1. Read the ingredients list, not nutrition facts. When buying something at the grocery store, you look at the back of the can. Most people look at the fat content, calories, whatever it may be. Look at the ingredients. Make sure you're actually eating food. A lot of times, you know, it may have low fat content or low sodium or whatever, but they're replacing chemicals. You're not eating real food. So go ahead and do that. Avoid
gives a
corn
fuck?
syrup. Avoid corn syrup. That's one of the ingredients you want to avoid when you're looking. Chemicals that you can't even produce. Produce.
Really?
Oh, fuck. I wish I had my sound bites just to tear my own ass up right now. The biggest
Swing
one.
and a miss.
That's a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Use the right oils. When cooking, use the right oils. Do not use vegetable oil, canola oil, margarines. Margarines,
You mean the best tasting kind?
we're going to have your health tips in a minute. Mike believes that you can stay alive by just feeding toxins in your body.
Preservatives.
Bad
dude.
oils.
Stay alive forever.
Bad oils oxidize in your body. They cause inflammation. They clog arteries. All right. A lot of people blame cholesterol for heart attacks. A lot of times, I believe it has a lot to do with the oils they're using. A great alternative to these oils is coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, grass-fed butter, and avocado oil. An oil like coconut oil, it melts at a low temperature, but it burns at a very high temperature, so that you're cutting back on the carcinogens when you cook with it. And they're also high in omega-3 fatty acids.
Can you masturbate with it?
So an oil like coconut oil will boost your immune.
Don't ignore me.
You want to take over, Mike?
No, I'm good.
Eat whole unprocessed foods. This is number 3 on my top 5 list here. We're going to do a top 5 every week, and most of them will be more exciting than this. We're going to do like fucking air animals,
Top
airborne
5,
airborne animals, underwater animals.
Human growth hormones.
But eat whole unprocessed
HGH.
foods. All right, just eat real food. Apples, fucking meat, like real meat. We'll get to that one in a second. That's number 4. Eat
Yep.
better meat. Cut back on gluten. Gluten really promotes inflammation.
That's
what it is.
bullshit.
That's the word I'm looking for. Promotes inflammation.
Gluten's in
People
beer.
walk around all bloated looking. That's inflammation. It sends your body into attack mode. It's like it sees that there's something foreign in your body, and it sends all of your immune system after that. And if you're walking around with your immune system constantly in attack mode,
it gets stronger.
It doesn't get stronger. It doesn't have the army to fight when something bad actually does enter your body.
Mine does.
No, it doesn't, Mike.
You think you're different, but you're just like everybody else.
Eat better meat. Number 4, eat better meat. Choose grass-fed meat over beef, especially. Choose grass-fed beef over grain-fed beef. When something says vegetarian-fed, it's not always the best option. That just means that they're not feeding the animal meat. So you shouldn't be feeding cows beef. That's where what is that one disease called?
What are you talking about, like salmonella?
Mad cow disease.
Oh,
That's
mad
where
cow
that came
disease.
from. They were feeding those motherfuckers beef, basically making them into cannibals. So just because it says vegetarian doesn't mean they're eating their natural diet. What cows should be eating is grass. They need to be grazing, eating grass. That's where you get your omega-3s. When you eat their meat, whatever lifestyle they were living actually has a lot to do with what you're eating. Don't starve yourself. Number 5, stoke the fire. Your body's oh God, this is going bad. Your body needs food. It needs calories. It needs protein.
What are you talking about?
This segment just did not go the way I thought it would
It's all
go.
right. Let's just finish it. You're almost done.
If you deprive your body of nutrition, calories, and fat and protein, it's not gonna work out for you in the end. It's gonna use whatever you give it, store it away, instead of using it for energy. So stoke the fire. Keep feeding it. All right. And that's it. Let's move on.
So what do you got? Do you guys have a rebuttal to that? Do you think?
Fuck yes, I do.
Well, I could tell you right now, the thinnest I ever was, the best shape I was ever in. I went 2 weeks without eating. So I disagree with that last one.
Jesus
100%.
Christ.
I didn't eat at this motherfucker's wedding.
The key
'cause
to what I
starving
said is
myself.
that is if you starve yourself and then you do eat, it's going to store it as fat. So if you just don't eat anymore, I
I
think
don't know, man. I look
it's
good.
proven from the Holocaust that if you don't eat, that
Might as well just put a
you'll
bullet in your
get
head,
skinny.
dude.
You're gonna lose weight. If you don't eat, you're gonna lose weight. I mean,
I thought I looked pretty good.
All right, let's talk to the guy who's put on 18 pounds of unhealthy weight about health nutrition now.
All right.
Mike's health advice.
All right, you want to reduce stress? Simple. Drink 8 beers and smoke a bowl. Reduce stress because you just don't give a shit anymore. The second one is smoking. Cancer has kept going up. As soon as smoking's gone down, cancer's gone up. So I'm saying just smoke away.
wait, you're saying
Smoking's
Where did
good
you
for
get
you.
this information?
where did you? You're saying that people have been quitting smoking, but yet more people have been getting cancer.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't believe. I don't.
You
believe
don't believe it.
Where'd
All
you
that
get that
B-
fact?
Why do you think we got them BPA bottles?
Where'd you get that fact?
Simple. All the PVC and shit in your houses, they all give you cancer. You fucking heat up plastic. You drink water bottles that sit in your car.
Well, who does that?
Everyone. Have you never drank a warm
No,
bottle of water
I
out of
don't-
your car?
If a water bottle's been in my car for more than 2 hours, I don't drink it.
If you're high, you will. You get that fucking cotton mouth. You want to drink anything. You drink your own goddamn urine.
There you go.
All right, Mike. I don't see how. Okay,
you guys,
so water bottles. I do believe if you leave a water bottle out there in the car, you're gonna take in some plastic, but that may just be adding to the cancer levels. It doesn't mean that cigarettes are not causing cancer.
No, God
it's
told
pretty
me
proven,
this.
dude. I can point to a few
God
members
told
of
me
my
this.
family that died from cigarettes, coughing up blood at a much younger age than they should.
You know,
have died.
me and Luke actually had this conversation.
and
was
let me
it
guess,
a
you
couple
lost.
weeks ago, and let's get your guys' take. I said, and I mean, and I'm just saying,
You're asking the
this is
wrong
a
person
very
for this one.
generic, very general. I said that if someone was to smoke one cigarette, they could end up with cancer.
And I said that one little cigarette is not going to give you cancer. Josh
No.
is a fucking
No,
idiot.
there are some people. As a
Gosh,
smoker,
yeah, kind of gotta go.
Well,
as
I just
shit.
don't see
I'll
why.
take my chances smoking once.
as a smoker,
No, I'm not saying that it's going to give you cancer. What I'm saying is, if you smoke one cigarette, you have a higher chance of getting cancer than if you didn't smoke one
Okay,
cigarette.
well, answer me this: if you smoked one cigarette,
yeah,
or
for
ate-
like 5 seconds.
or you ate one cheeseburger, which one is probably worse for you? You can smoke a pack a day, 20 cigarettes, or eat 20 cheeseburgers in that day. Which one's gonna fuck you up more?
The cheeseburger
Short
made me
term,
shit
the
myself.
cheeseburgers.
Short
If
term,
you eat
yeah.
20 of them, yeah.
But long
Shit my brains out, dude.
long term, the cigarette
Shit
is.
your brains out. If
I'd
you-
lose like 40 pounds just
you
on
eat
that
20
cheeseburger.
cheeseburgers 5 days in a row. That's like a pack a day, right? That shit's gonna kill you much faster than those fucking cigarettes. I'll tell you that right now. And he's over here saying that no, cheeseburgers are not nearly as bad for you as cigarettes.
Well,
He's
yeah,
a fucking idiot.
short term cheeseburgers are worse, but long term cigarettes are. And all I'm trying to say is, if you smoke one cigarette, you have a higher chance
Those
of getting
cheeseburgers are
cancer
gonna
than
kill
if
you
you
faster.
didn't
No.
smoke.
I
a
wish
cigarette.
I
there's
would have
a
just smoked
timeline.
one cigarette when I was a kid and got it out of the way, other than just taking in secondhand smoke in the car. It just, oh my!
That's
my
your
entire
own
family smoked growing
that's your
up,
own,
and it was
that's
just.
your own problem. I'm sorry. You
Is
should have
that
just
what you're gonna
smoked.
tell your kids someday when you're
Yep.
just hotboxing the
Should've
car
just
with
left,
cigarette
man.
smoke?
You little shit should have just started smoking. Sorry.
Seriously, you are an alcoholic.
So- no comment.
So you got anything more on health? advice here, Mike?
Bowl a day keeps the prostate doctor away.
Okay.
I mean that. Yeah.
Hey, I wish I could do that.
Oh, and if you want to double your beer intake, if you have like a bottle of water between each beer, you can drink double what you
You're an
usually-
alcoholic.
That's why I'm giving that tip to other alcoholics out there.
Good.
Thank
All
you.
right. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. We have a fun segment now. I came up with the other night. We were sitting around just trying to come up with ideas. This is, the very first podcast. And sometimes when you sit around, dead silence in your house, and you're just trying to come up with an idea, you just
You
get
masturbate.
tons and tons of bad ideas flowing. And then sometimes one hits you, and we all tend to think this is a pretty fun game. It's called Fart, Shart, or Condiment.
That's right.
We're going to play sound clips. They can either be a fart, a shart, or a condiment. We're going to keep score, and at the end, somebody's going to do something.
We'll have
Somebody's
to
going to be the
figure that out
victor,
along the way, yeah.
and somebody's going to deal with the spoils.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna go with the point system. Let's go first one to get 5 correct. Does
That
sound
works.
about good?
Okay.
First
Seems
one to
fair.
get 5 correct.
Okay. And what does the winner get?
The winner, I have no clue.
It gets me a fucking 12-pack of beer.
No.
Mike, you win. We'll get you a 12-pack of beer. How about that?
Sounds fucking good to me.
Motherfuckers me trying so hard now.
Oh yeah.
Josh is going to have to keep the computer away from us because he's going to be the one
I'm gonna be
administering
playing
the
these
farts,
sound
sharts, and
clips,
condiments
and
to
they
us.
cannot see what it is.
Josh
so
is not participating. He
Yeah,
is
I'm
the,
gonna go ahead and keep
the
the
one that-
score. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna play the sound clip, and then it is up to the Drifter Luke. It is up to batshit crazy Mike and cocky bastard Lorne to figure out what it is.
Are you
whether
going to
it's
go to each of us to answer
Yes,
one by
yes, one by one.
Okay,
So
rather
we'll
than like
start-
ringing in like Jeopardy.
Yeah, we're gonna start with Lorne. Then we're gonna go to Mike. Then we're gonna go to Luke. You're gonna each give your opinion. First one to get 5 correct wins.
Okay.
Sounds
Alright.
easy.
Here's
Don't tell us whether we got it right until it's at the end.
Yep. All right, first sound clip.
Is this me?
Now
Or
let's
Luke.
go, Lorne. Is that a fart? Is that a shart?
One
or
more
is
time.
that a condiment?
One more time.
If he gets it wrong,
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
pass on to me.
say-
No,
I'm
you guys
gonna-
are all gonna give your opinion.
I'm going to say condiment.
Okay. Mike?
I'm gonna say a fart because
Okay.
I've made those.
As a man who shit his pants frequently, I'm gonna go with a shark.
Hey,
Okay.
we got different opinions on this one.
We got 3 different answers. One of them is right, obviously.
Y'all smell that yet? That was a fart.
And let's go with Mike. Got that one right.
Motherfucker.
So Mike has 1 point.
We have to split the price of the 12-pack 3 ways. I'm not buying it.
Okay,
hey,
so
I'll
let's,
take Miller High Life if y'all
Let's go
want.
with this one now. All right, we ready?
Yep. What the fuck?
Is that a fart?
Condiment.
Is that a shark?
Condiment.
Or is that a condiment?
That's a
Hold on.
condiment.
Hold
Is
on.
it your
Hey,
turn,
it's
Mike?
not your turn.
I don't
my
think it's
turn.
your turn.
I thought it.
We're going in order.
Okay. Okay.
Play it again. I got to hear that again.
One
Sounds
last
like a
time.
queef.
One
Is
last
there a
time.
queef option?
One last time.
Yeah.
It's
That's a condiment. That has to be
Okay.
somebody squeezing the
Lauren
bottle a few
says
times.
condiment.
trying to get-
condiment.
There's nothing left in
Mike
that
says
jar. In
condiment.
that jar,
Come
by
on,
the way.
that's a
Okay, so
condiment.
Luke's going with condiment. You guys all got it right. So
All
Mike
right.
has 2
No
points.
shit.
Mike is still in the lead with 2 points. Lauren and Luke, you each got 1.
Don't worry, guys. I'm not clutch. I'll lose at the end.
Okay, here we go. Let's go with this next sound clip.
Oh, that's a shark.
Oh.
There's a little. Right
Is
at
that
the
a shark,
end.
or
Right
is
at
that
the
a
end, you
condiment?
hear the
Yeah.
shark.
Let's go one more
actually
time.
happening. Yeah. Shart.
Shart.
Lauren says shart.
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 You gotta go. with
Unanimous.
Okay.
We're not going to beat Mike like this. He's just going to stay one ahead if we keep all saying
That
something.
unfortunately, none of you guys got that right.
What?
That is a fart.
Oh, I don't know.
That is
What?
a
You better
legit
check that boy's
hell?
britches.
That is
Yeah, you better check.
that is a
shit.
legit fart. All right, here we go. Let's
Check
go with
yourself
another one.
before you wreck yourself.
Beefy.
Is that a fart? Is that a shart? Or is that a condiment, Lauren?
I'm going shart. I'm just going to keep going shart
Okay.
until I get one right.
Shart.
Honestly, that if the last one wasn't a shart, then this one's gonna be a fart. I'm gonna
Fart,
say
okay.
fart.
I'm calling bullshit on
Luke?
the last one not being a shart still, by
Yeah.
the way.
No,
I'm
that's a
gonna go with-
legit fart.
I'm gonna go with Shard on this one.
Okay.
Can we catch up to Mike? This
Can
is
you
our
catch
chance.
up? If you guys get it,
Yeah, we're tied then.
then you guys
Pretty
are all
right.
tied at 2 apiece, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You guys are all tied at 2
yes,
apiece.
we're back.
Suck my dick.
So we got 2, 2, and 2
Mike.
between Lauren, Mike, and Luke.
This is bullshit. Told you, clutch. It's gone.
All right, let's go. Is this a fart? Is this a shart? Or is this a condiment?
Oh, I don't think there's any question.
Is
on
this
that.
a fart, a shart, or a condiment? Let's go,
Sick of
Lauren.
their asshole.
Let's go one more time. Just one more time for good measure.
I don't need it.
Oh,
Is that real? Oh my God. That's a shart. Come on.
It's a shart.
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 I'm going condiment.
Oh, okay. Well,
You guys
guess what?
Oh.
Luke got it right. That is a condiment.
What fucking condiment sounds like a goddamn ass exploding?
Here, let me play it for you again.
All of them? What are you talking about?
Jesus
Want it
Christ.
again? You want
It
it
makes
again?
so much sense now that I think about it.
What is wrong with you?
That's the end of the bottle right there. That's getting the last little bit out. Luke
Is
is
that a
now in the
virtual
lead.
shart?
Luke is now in the lead with 3.
You're sharing your 12-pack.
Sounds
bitch.
like E.T. shat himself.
All right, we're going with fart, shart, or condiment. Luke's in the lead with 3 points, followed closely by
Damn,
Mike
he
and Lauren
jumped
with
up.
2 apiece.
That's a friendly fart right
That's
there.
a friendly fart.
Yeah, it's a
okay.
fart.
Okay.
I don't know. That was a little bit bubbly. I'm gonna go with the Shard.
Okay, we're gonna do one more time.
Can we have a three-way
All
tie
right, we
again?
are tied at
Holy
3
shit. Do we even have
apiece.
enough sounds to get
Yes,
this
we
tie
do.
out of the way?
Yes, we do. 3 apiece. 3 apiece. Okay.
Some of this is bullshit. I know it.
No, these are legit. These are legit.
Name your source.
Is this a fart, shart, or condiment?
That's a good old-fashioned fart.
fart? Gamble,
I don't know, man.
motherfucker.
I mean, on that last one, it gets a little bubbly. I think that sounds like air trying to escape through the shit. I'm going with shark.
All right. Luke takes the lead
Oh,
back
no.
with 4.
I know
You
my sharts.
motherfucker.
I know my sharts.
All right.
Let's play that one more time.
That's bullshit.
Play it.
Trying. It's not working. All right, let's just
We better go double Jeopardy.
All right. If Luke gets this next one, he wins. I just want you guys to know that.
And so he's going to buy me a 12-pack.
No.
He's
All
going
right.
to share his 12-pack.
This could be the deciding factor right here. Luke could win the very first podcast game ever. Are you guys going to let that happen? Fart, shart, or
Well, I'm
comment?
just going to say if it does happen, this pen's going through his trachea.
Oh, okay.
Can I catch up?
I'm sorry.
If Luke gets it wrong,
Okay. And
Will
then
the
is there
game
enough
stays
to
alive?
still decide after that?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sudden death, motherfucker.
Oh.
Is that a
Oh,
fart?
man.
Is that a shart or condom? Let's play it one more time just for good measure.
I'm already.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That,
a short. He fucked up. He could have cut it off halfway and been okay, but he got greedy and he kept going. That's a shart.
shart.
Condiment.
We got a 3-way wrong answer. That is a fart.
Bullshit.
These are
They're
legit.
Full of shit, literally.
These are legit.
Did you see the asshole fart when you made these clips?
Huh?
Do you have proof that this is
I do
actually
have proof that these are legit.
because I've made
Josh
these
is like-
noises and they've been the opposites, but what I've picked.
Josh is like, man, I went to Del
These
Taco. These are all me.
legit. Yes. I made sure I wanted them to sound as close as possible, but that was a legit fart. There have been legit sharts, and there have been legit condiments.
So
I think
Luke
you're
won then,
comments.
huh?
no, we're still
No
tied.
one-
more were
Luke's
there?
got 4.
Yeah, well,
The game's
he
not
has-
over until someone gets to 5.
Yeah, we're
You
right.
have
Here we
more
go.
sound
I
clips
have a
still?
couple more. Yeah.
Right.
All right, so we knock Luke out for this one.
Is this a fart, shart, or condiment? Nope. We played that one.
No, I
Here we go,
can
here we go,
tell
here
you.
we go.
Condiment.
Played that one.
Oh, man.
Play it again.
We played that one as well. We haven't done this one. Hold on.
Ooh.
Is this a fart, shart, or condiment?
Once again, I'm going shard again.
Shart.
Condiment.
I'm going condiment.
We have a winner with Luke at 5. That is a
Damn.
condiment.
What?
It was.
All right.
All right, so
Bastard.
now we
There's
never
one
figured
thing I
this
know
out.
with sharts.
Luke wins. How about you just get a
He
high
takes
five.
a
Good
bong
job.
rip.
Good
How
job.
about
You
that?
won. Okay, cool.
Thanks,
Mike
guys.
gets a 12-pack and he gets a high five. How does that work?
Mike doesn't get a
simple.
12-pack. Why does Mike get a
No,
12-pack?
he would have if he won, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because if
Well,
I
no one
didn't
else-
get my 12
No one
pack,
else set their terms.
I would go into the hospital.
No one else said their terms. Mike's the only one that did. So,
'Cause I'm a smart
okay.
one.
Well, what I
Should've
want to
fucking
know
said
the
12.
You can have your
important
choice
thing.
of the beers from my
The
fridge.
important thing is what is Lorne and Mike gonna have to do for losing that?
Sit here and continue the show.
I don't think so. I think something's gotta happen.
I'm gonna piss on your fucking.
How about
face.
the victor, Luke? He gets one good slap on Mike and one good slap on Lorne.
Or if he can muster up a fart throughout the show, he can fart on Mike's face.
If I can muster up a fart during the show, I will.
and
fart.
Lauren's face at the same time?
Come towards the end
And
of the
Lauren's
show.
face.
Are
at
we
the
gonna
same
get
time.
down on our knees and
Yes.
just take it?
Yes. And we will put the mic right up to the butthole so we can
Blast us
hear it.
both.
I will
Yeah.
attempt to.
Okay,
I will.
now
Alright.
towards the end of the show, if he can't
Money
muster up a
shot.
fart, which I don't see why he wouldn't be able to, then he'll get one good slap on Lorne and one
We
good
get a
slap on
good
Mike.
6-inch buffer zone though.
I'm
Okay.
slapping you straight on the chest, right in that fucking sunburn.
Oh, that's gonna.
I
That-
swear
let's
to
just do
God,
that.
I'd rather
That's just
take
what
it in the
it's gonna
face.
All right, guys, you know what time it is.
It's time for me to take a piss. Smoke a bowl.
Wilson sets up a screen in the left flat, and it's intercepted by Willis.
Rogers gets the snap. Blitz is on. Rogers scrambles left, winds up Rainbow. He's got Cobb at the 10 to the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown.
And that's Moore taken off. Inside the 10, and did he get across? Yes! Touchdown, Oakland.
That
So-
rarely happens.
We got some NFL news to talk about.
Not much, man. It's pretty.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously right now there's not much going on in the NFL, but
How long are we away till OTAs?
Less than OTAs or season?
OTAs. They already did the
OTA.
rookie mini camps.
yeah, no, we're done, pretty much done with OTAs. We just got training camp we got to wait for now.
Training camp.
Let's see. We got just on Friday. This is kind of big news. Brandon Browner was released by the Chiefs.
He was on the Chiefs? I didn't
He-
even know he was on the Chiefs.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean Brandon Browner. Brandon Flowers.
Brandon Flowers. Oh,
Brandon
yeah,
Flowers.
I
he
heard
just
about
got
this.
released on Friday by the Chiefs.
Why?
Which I
Did
think
he
is,
smoke pot too?
I don't know. I think it's kind of stupid. He's 28, so he's still young. he just made his first Pro Bowl last year, and they just up and cut him. They said it was due to salary cap, because
I heard they had him playing nickel corner, and that's not his strong suit. He likes being on the outside, being aggressive. So I think he had a $5 million cap going into this season.
It was $5.25 million going into this season, and they just, I guess they didn't want to pay him. Well, he also had
Niners. We could use a corner.
He also had what's crazy is the Niners are actually one of the 3 teams that they're talking about him.
Makes sense.
Potentially landing on.
Makes sense. We need help on the outside.
The Chiefs actually are saving $7.25 million because of his $5.25 salary, as well as a $2 million training camp bonus that he would have received.
Oh wow!
So they're not gonna have to pay him that, and I just think it's a stupid move though. I don't know why they would get rid of arguably their best defender on defense.
Who are their other corners? Do you have any idea?
No one good, I want to say. I mean, they got Eric Berry at safety, but
no one gives a shit about the Chiefs. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
their pass rush is dope though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, yeah, but I don't know why they would want to get rid of any secondary that they do have, because Brandon Flowers is a very good player.
It sounds like they don't have the cap to.
And that's what they were saying. Unfortunately, it was just a cap casualty.
Yeah.
So Colin Kaepernick got a new contract. 6-year, $126 million contract.
I had some people wanting me to jump in on hating on it, and I'm not going to. The guy is a hard worker. He's a good player. Yeah, he gets around. He's kind of a popular guy. He's got a lot of followers on Instagram and whatnot. But when it comes down to it, the guy's a hard worker. I think he gets a little too much hate, honestly.
Yeah.
For people to say Cam Newton's a better quarterback to me is just
what's crazy
absurd.
is Cam Newton.
You saw what happened when the Niners rolled into town, played Carolina, and Cam Newton just got absolutely shut down in his hometown.
Cam Newton was actually very upset about that contract. He said that it wasn't fair, I guess, because he didn't he didn't think that.
And you want to know why he thinks it's not fair? It's because Obama says it's not fair.
What did you just say?
Obama did it.
Seriously, you are an alcoholic.
Okay, so let's just proceed on. What's crazy is that he's a 6-year, $126 million contract, and $61 million of that is guaranteed. That's a lot of money.
That's kind of the scary part. But
that's
I think
a bunch of bullshit.
I'm pretty sure there's a couple clauses in there in case he gets injured.
Yes, but regardless,
regardless,
$61 million is guaranteed.
Hey,
will
the
get
guy,
that no
the
matter
guy
what.
has stepped up in big games time and time again. You wish he could have come through in the last play of the Super Bowl a couple of years ago and the last play of this past championship game. But when it comes down to it, when the playoffs hit, Colin K turns it up, and no one knows it more than Mr. Packer fan over there, Mike.
Yeah. I was also reading that the Packers are coming out and
sleeveless
saying,
in what was it, like negative degree weather? Rolled in and just ran all over Green Bay, shredded the cheese.
I was reading a little bit about it, and they were saying that, and the Packers are very open, and they're coming straight out and saying that the Niners are their number one target. So, I mean, the Packers were saying that, yeah, they want them. If we're gonna stick with the Niners,
sure they were targeting
what's with Alden Smith and all these bomb threats at the airport? What's with his dumbass walking through an airport saying he has a bomb?
Josh made a nice big list of NFL news, and 2 out of the 4 things he wants to talk about are attacking the 49ers.
I'm not attacking the 49ers. I'm in total agreement with Colin Kaepernick's
I'm
contract.
just saying, I'm retarded, but I wouldn't say bomb in the fucking airport.
Yeah. So he was supposedly going through the TSA screening. He was randomly picked for a search. He got mad because he was picked to do a search, and he was walking up to the lady and
self-entitlement right there.
He said, "I have a bomb." Why?
Maybe he said bong. You think that's what it was?
I'm pretty sure he said, "I have a bomb."
No, I think he said bong. They misinterpreted it.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? The guy, his job is to go after the quarterback. It's not the smartest job on the field, and I'm not saying he's a retard.
A retard.
As Zach Galifianakis would say.
But a retard.
His job is line up on the outside of the line of scrimmage and just go after the quarterback and blow up anybody in your way. It doesn't take a lot of brain cells to do it.
But it also doesn't take a lot of brain cells to know.
It
also does not take a lot of brain cells to know you don't go through an airport and say you have a bomb.
No. But I just said he doesn't have a lot of brain cells.
Yeah. But you can have one brain cell and know not to go through an airport.
Maybe he thought he was being targeted because he's 6'6", 260-pound black man. And they probably thought his dick was a weapon.
Well, his
bail
was actually set at $20,000, which I thought was kind of low for something like that. That's kind of a serious offense.
I'm waiting to see what happens. It's amazing because that guy is so dominant on the field, but yet he only plays half of our games because he's always suspended for something. And it just you wonder when it's going to become a breaking point for the 49ers organization. We got some young guns behind him. Corey Lemonnier.
Yeah, ready to step in.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Alden Smith coming off the edge when he gets playing time. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see how big the suspension is. It hasn't come down yet. He's going to be suspended from the NFL.
Yeah, we just don't know how long.
How long? Who knows? Can he be? Hopefully, it's not the whole season. And hopefully we can have him when we make the playoffs again. To wreak havoc on the likes of Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers.
So here's something else that Mike probably has a good opinion on because it has
Fuck Russell Wilson.
Because it has to do with something that he enjoys very much. We got this whole substance abuse policy bullshit. Daryl Washington.
I was hoping you were going to bring this up.
Daryl Washington, Josh Gordon, 2 players that both have been suspended. Well, actually, Josh Gordon is officially suspended for the 2014 season for smoking weed.
That's wrong.
Daryl Washington's sentence. No, I'm sorry. Daryl Washington got suspended for the 2014 season for smoking weed. Josh Gordon's sentence has yet to come through, but it is most likely going to be a 1-year sentence. Both of these guys have been suspended for smoking weed.
Marijuana.
They are losing a year's worth of money for smoking weed. What like?
Does anyone here think that marijuana makes you a better football player?
No.
They should only suspend guys when they're doing performance-enhancing drugs because that is what makes you better on the field and makes you more of a liability to the league.
It's understandable to know that is a substance that they do not want being used, and if you are using it, it is substance abuse.
What's going to happen when it gets legalized very soon?
What about in Denver?
Right.
Do the Denver players get to smoke it?
I
No
would.
one else does?
I'd be like, Coach, it's legal.
In Denver?
Fuck you.
It's legal in Colorado?
Hey, everyone knows this, but the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl last year were the two cities that legalized marijuana.
Yeah.
The 2 states, I mean.
It was the Weed Bowl. It wasn't Super Bowl.
Colorado
It was nothing close to Super.
Well, here's how messed up the NFL is because
I think Peyton Manning was
because
high the
Daryl
whole
Washington was caught smoking weed. He got suspended for a year. Josh Gordon is most likely going to be suspended a year for smoking weed.
Were they driving?
No, they got tested and they tested positive. That was the.
If they're in their home, fuck it.
Yeah.
If they're in a car, suspend them.
That's obviously how everyone else feels. Now you have Jim Irsay over here.
Oh my God.
Who gets a DUI?
Colts owner
Jim Irsay gets a DUI. And he gets a slap on the wrist.
Because
he's part of the Imperial Senate of the NFL.
He had a wad of like $30,000 cash on him.
Oh, he had a wad of cash.
He's going for a hooker.
He was wasted.
That's what I do. If I had $35,000 cash,
he gets arrested, goes to jail.
That's probably where he was going.
This happened on
March
16th. On March 16th, this happened. His license got suspended for a year.
Dare I say it, Jim Irsay?
You're an alcoholic.
That's right. Well, he is talking about going to AA and he's very sorry and all this stuff, but it just goes to show that the NFL. That's a shart. It's definitely a shart.
I don't know.
That's what I think about him going to rehab and all that shit.
It just goes to show that
he didn't lose his job, right?
No,
he didn't get suspended, right?
He got a slap on the wrist. They said, "Don't do that again."
Okay, Josh Gordon.
But marijuana that doesn't hurt you
smokes the wacky tobacco. He can get suspended for the year.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I mean, everyone's had their fair share of marijuana. But
you're shitting
me.
Well,
I mean, Mike's on the other hand. But what I'm saying is everyone's done it. So are you prepared, or should you lose your job for a year over something like that versus getting a DUI?
Now, if I smoke and I get caught, I lose my job.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
it's an unfortunate fact in life right now is that it's some old shit, some old motherfuckers, made this shit illegal. It comes down to corporations and money and whatnot, but it's just people hating.
Yeah, why have a plant that can cure most diseases when you could just make pharmaceutical shit to make more money?
It might have something to do with the fact that you can grow it in your own backyard, and they can't make enough profits if you're growing that shit yourself.
Well, then they're going to make it the same way when they do legalize, when they do legalize it in America, they're going to make it to where it's like alcohol. You can't grow your own because it's not taxed. They're going to do the same thing with alcohol, and they should have already done it because Colorado is making billions,
mad cash,
billions, and Girl Scouts are taking their cookies, stay outside a pot shop, and they're making fucking bank.
Well, yeah.
Everyone's benefiting.
People are going to start to realize that when you can tax it, you're going to make a lot of money, and within 2 years, it is going to be legal everywhere.
Nevada now is going to be able. They just legalized dispensaries here in Nevada. With that, they are bringing in $30 million of taxes for the state of Nevada. That's on top of gambling, all the gaming in the state, everything. You know how much money we're going to have? We're going to be able to put some money towards education now, so we won't be the dumbest fucking state in the union, and maybe we'll actually fucking learn something.
Actually, I have some news that pertains to Nevada. It doesn't have to do with marijuana, but do you have more news? Or
No,
can
no,
I go
no,
ahead
that's-
and-
There's one county that's legalized
That's pretty
here in
much
Nevada.
for
isn't
NFL
it?
news. It's just, you know.
All right.
Bullshit.
We didn't write down my news story on the board for today's show topics, but I do have it. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. The United States is experimenting with drones to control the weather. How do you feel about that, Mike?
Control the weather?
Yes. Control the
Terminator
weather.
2
Is this-
Judgment Day. It's coming.
Is this fucking
It's
Red
coming.
Alert? Is this Red Alert now?
Skynet.
Let me
What
just
the
read this.
fuck?
For years, there have been plenty of conspiracy theories about the government building machines that control the weather, be it via cloud seeding or Nikola Tesla's weather weapon HARP. Through it might sound like the type of exaggerated conversation piece or for reserved for 4-channel or niche forums. Weather control processes are very real. For example, the 2008 Beijing Olympics, China shot thousands of rockets into the sky that deployed silver iodide and dry ice into the clouds, sparking a storm to erupt before it could travel over the opening ceremonies.
God, the Chinese just don't give a fuck about health, do they?
No.
Like, even I would be like, no, I'm not standing under that shit.
Those motherfuckers make fake eggs. They make
Yeah.
eggs that are made of
No.
chemicals.
So does the Army. It's called a fucking egg in a fucking carton. That shit's nasty.
An egg in a carton? How's
Yeah.
the eggs
No,
come?
no, no, no. It's all the yolk and everything. It's just like in a carton of milk. Like the same carton you put milk in, that's the eggs. It's just the
Boy.
fucking...
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
This story, I can't help but think Terminator.
Right.
It's Judgment Day. I mean,
Dun, dun, dun.
Pretty soon, though,
There we
the United
go.
States might be using similar methods to control the skies, but with the help of drones. So basically what this article is saying is that we wanted to do this for a long time, but the gasoline for jet fuel is way too expensive, so it's not worth it for
And
them.
it pollutes
But
Well,
the
it's
sky.
because we're not drilling in
And it
Alaska.
also-
It
Drones
wouldn't
are
be that
small-
bad.
sky.
Drones are smaller, lighter, and do not require nearly as much fuel. Plus, there's no risk of a pilot hitting a mountain or getting hurt in any other way.
Oh,
But-
pussies. That's why the Air Force is pussies.
Yep. And one of the places they're talking about doing this is in Reno, Nevada, where rampant droughts plagues the arid desert. Hey, if it can
Yeah.
bring in some fucking rain,
Yeah. No.
people will get over it real quick.
No, this is bullshit because they're saying this right now to make y'all happy that
They
you're going to
just
get
want-
fucking water.
They want to be allowed
Yeah.
to have drones flying
Yeah.
all over us all
They
the time.
want drones. I guarantee they'll have cameras.
No,
they'll
we're
have
just
everything.
changing the weather.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Changing the weather, and then when they want to, they're going to make it fucking rain. They're just going to they're going to give us floods, and then they can take us over easily.
My
It's
wife and I were
bullshit.
driving to my parents' house yesterday, and we look up, and there's five, maybe, I think it was six helicopters flying in V formation. I don't know. At first, I thought maybe it was one of those tours or something like that, but it was very strange because they were circling Spring Valley in Vegas, and then my wife Miranda, witnessed a white thing come out of one of the helicopters and just kind of like float there and then go away.
it was,
See,
it was probably
I
one
would
of
have
those,
told
like,
you. I'm sorry.
remote controlled. You know, it's probably like a little remote
A drone?
controlled drone.
Yeah, a drone.
What are
I
they
would have
doing with
told
it,
you.
though? That's what
I would have told you turn
delivering
around.
Amazon packages or what?
I would have told you to turn around, go to my house, and let's get our shit.
Luke, you know you
get
can
my
talk.
guns.
You know you're not just the UFC guy.
Hey
Yeah.
man, I'm you guys got it.
All right.
Keep
What
it
are you
going.
talking about?
he just, you know. He
Put
doesn't
two
have-
cents in. No, I would fight that. That's bullshit.
Well, that's the news story for me.
All right.
So drones controlling weather. It's gonna happen.
Here's a question for you guys. Do you guys have
Sounds like
anything you've kept deep down within you
You know, like a
that you are willing to confess, that you're willing to give up? Everybody has shit that they will never give. I have stuff I will never give up. Sounds bad, but it's true.
Everyone
don't
does,
mind.
though.
But I do have something that I'm willing to give up. Anybody want to kick it off?
well.
Mike, you give everything away. I'm not sure you have anything
Yeah.
hidden in you.
No, I don't. All right.
Well, he
so-
might have something hidden inside of him. You know.
Go back to Korea.
Wait. Hidden inside of
We
it?
have a mod deal.
Go ahead.
All right. So back in Korea.
Like my erection selection.
Go ahead. I had to use that one at least once today.
So yeah, in Korea, I actually met this chick at this fucking what is it, techno dance hall things. That's not my scene, but it was the only place where they had fucking
They were
beer.
raving.
Yeah, they were raving. They didn't give me ecstasy.
They
at the
have
doors.
a bowl of pills at the door when you walk in.
I wish. It would have made the night a little bit more interesting, but no, you went to the bar, you got your drink, and then you had to dance to a fucking open spot Because if not, you were dancing the whole fucking night. And these Koreans, they can fucking dance. I swear to God, all fucking night. And they're just jumping up and down, doing different shit, and you're just
Say
like,
what you want about the Koreans, but those motherfuckers can dance.
yeah, they're fucking crazy. Like they don't stop. It's all night. Like if you got there at 5 when it started, you could go all the way to 5 the next day, and it's just they're still jumping up and down. You're like, fuck, dude, I'm tired. But no, so I met a girl there. Now, Koreans age, just go back a little bit. Koreans age, they think when they're born, they are considered 1 year old. Right when they're born.
Baby Jesus.
Yeah. So baby Jesus would be...
They think they're 1?
Yeah, as
When
soon as
you're
they're born...
you're not 0.
Yeah, you're 0. You're 1. So they're a year ahead.
Okay.
I asked this
Don't
bitch...
tell me you banged a 15-year-old and she was actually 14.
No. I asked her what her age was, and she said... I can't remember if she said 18 or 17.
Oh, that does not hold up in court.
Yeah,
Mike.
no, it doesn't.
I can't remember.
She might have said 17 or 18.
We're not. We're going to talk about it. But anyway, we all piled into a taxi and drove to a hotel, found one freaking room for $90.
One bed?
Actually, it was a twin bed, a double, and then the floor for the other two motherfuckers. Since I paid for it, this motherfucker got the double. I had to share it with the other dude. And then, so yeah, we did that. And I can tell you one thing. Koreans are like plastic fuck dolls. They do not move. I swear to God, they do not move. They just sit there, and they let you do whatever you want to them. You're like, oh, do this. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put my dick
Yeah. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm going to put it here. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay. Fuck it.
That doesn't sound fun.
So your
Exactly,
confession
it's a
is what?
plastic. But anyways, the whole story, I miscalculated the pullout, and happy Father's Day to Mike. Maybe we don't know.
We don't know.
But we're gonna say 50-50 right now.
You saying you came in a Korean hooker?
Who could have
She wasn't a
possibly
hooker.
been underage?
She was not a hooker.
But you
How
did do
dare
hookers
you.
while you were there, right?
A few. I'm not gonna deny that. I did do a few hookers.
So you could possibly have fathered a Korean baby with an underage girl.
I
Seriously,
played
you are
the
an alcoholic.
I plead the fifth on that one.
Okay.
I played the
Do we have any
You
confessions
are
over here,
one
Luke? What do you
pathetic
got going
loser.
on?
I got nothing that matches that, man. That shit's that's good.
Well, I
What about
Josh
doesn't
is
have to
choking
be-
up. He's got something.
no, I mean, but everyone's got to say something. You got to say something, Luke.
Come on.
We
Pass.
didn't
Come
warn
back
him
to
of
it.
this.
Come back
yeah.
All right, yeah, he didn't know about the confessions. All right, I got a confession I'm not very proud of. It's
Starting to breathe a little heavy.
Does your wife have to listen to this podcast? Is she going
She
to?
probably will, yeah. But
If we named it her
let's
name,
just
she
say it
wouldn't
happened
listen
when
to
I
it.
was pretty young. Me, my brother, I have two brothers, Jake and Adam, and we were over at my dad's house one weekend. We were probably like 13 or something
Circle
like that.
jerk.
He shit on the floor.
No.
He's so
I did do
disturbed.
that one time, but that's another story. So we were running around outside, and I actually had my cousins with me, and we were all running around, and we found like this cat, and we were like,
Oh my
We were
god! I
like
know
straight
this story.
we were like, huh, a cat, So we were chasing around, terrorizing it. And
Did you fucking kill the cat?
No, we didn't kill it. I'm not that.
Oh
evil.
no!
No. It's worse.
No.
So anyways,
it's way worse.
we find this
dude.
cat, and we actually ended up
Death
getting-
would have been
We
better.
ended up getting a hold of it, and I've denied this story my entire life, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. So because fuck it, it's a podcast, you got to do it.
Right.
So we ended up getting a hold of this cat, and we were holding it down, and we were like,
So who
Yeah.
did it? I
We
just
were-
want to know
we
who
were-
did it first.
we were holding it down, and we
Name
were
off
like,
the people's names.
It was me, my brother Jake, my brother Adam, and my cousin Jared.
Outing him.
Oh
So we were sitting there.
Wait, who?
and
Jake and who?
Jake, my brother Adam,
Oh, okay, Adam.
and
Who else?
and we were sitting there, and we were holding it down, like, what the hell are we gonna do to this cat? Well, I look
Why do you
over
have
to
to
my
do anything to it?
Yeah, exactly.
we're
Somebody
13
decided
and
you
we're
Just
just-
shoot the son of a bitch. It's over.
it was a
Mike,
stray
you're being
cat.
really loud into that mic sometimes.
It was a
Just
stray
little
cat.
further
It was
away.
fluffy. It was dirty, and so I was like, no
So
one
you
misses
had to
it.
do something to
Yeah.
it.
So we're sitting there like, what the hell are we gonna do to this? So I look over to my right, and there's a stick on the ground, and I go,
No
oh,
way. Did
we
you-
could use a stick. So I picked the stick up, and I tried to proceed to shove it in the cat's vagina.
You sick.
It needless to say,
Did you do it?
Needless to say,
Were
it
you
didn't.
successful?
It did not work. The stick ended up snapping. The cat was screaming, and we ended up letting it go.
Jesus
We ended up letting it
Christ.
go, and it ran away.
Oh, you're
but,
so merciful. You let it go.
but that's a story that I'm definitely not proud of, and every time.
Man, you are one pathetic
Yeah,
loser.
I guess so. I guess you could say that. So, Jake, my brother, has always tried to tell that story to people, and I always say, "You don't know what you're talking about. I never did that." But
So you're a cat raper and a liar.
I'm a cat raping liar. I guess you could say yes.
Wow. I thought I knew you.
Yeah, apparently you don't. I'm an evil, sadistic person.
I thought I was sick in the head. That's just fucked up.
All right, Lorne. Let's see
how
you
mine
can top
does.
that, right?
So I wasn't old enough to get a fake vagina. That's how the story starts. I had my cousin who was old enough to get one.
Wait. The rubber vagina?
Yeah. It was black, by the way.
Oh. So
Ooh.
okay.
And,
Once you go black, you don't go
I love
back.
this thing. I went to town on it all the time. And
I've been there.
I liked it so much that I started telling
For real.
people about it, telling friends and whatnot. And one day,
No.
my
I
friend-
already know where this is going.
Finish the
No.
story. I haven't
One
heard
day, my
this.
friend Ryan came up to me. I'm not really friends with him anymore. He's been in and out of jail. But anyways, Ryan comes up to me and bold-faced says, "Hey, man, can I borrow that vagina of yours?"
Are you fucking shitting me?
Don't ask me why, but I allowed him to borrow it.
Oh,
And
nice.
then he returned it, and I used it again.
You didn't clean it.
And did you clean it?
Yes, I fucking cleaned it. God, but still.
With
Still
bleach.
Sloppy rubber vagina seconds.
Oh
Well,
my god.
You technically were the first, so he got the sloppy seconds,
Yeah,
but
but
you
then I
got
got
the
sloppy thirds.
You got the sloppy thirds back. Yeah.
Dude, bleach. I would have gone and bought another one. Fuck even.
Dude, I had that thing for so long that in the end it was like all ripped up, and I had to like hold it.
There was a guy in the army that I was roommates with, and he's like, "Hey, can I borrow yours?" And I was like, "Are you fucking gay?"
Apparently, this happens.
No.
It's not
Yeah.
as strange as I thought it
Well,
was.
to
I thought
me,
you guys were gonna freak out when I said this.
well, no, it's just sick to hear. It's like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
I know.
it's
That's
just
what I was
common
thinking
sense,
when he
yeah.
asked me, but I'm a nice guy, so I was like,
No, see, no, I'm a nice guy, but when it comes to that shit,
an
no, there's a
asshole.
line.
You're not a nice guy. You're an asshole.
Okay. Anyways, there's a fucking line that I draw. It's like, oh, you want to stick your dick in the same hole I stick it? No.
But it is a
Well, if
fake
you think
hole.
I
about
bought it. It's mine. Get your own.
If you think about it, pretty much every girl you've ever been with, you're probably not the first. So,
Yeah.
Man,
oh, Josh had to give it to me.
you are one pathetic
had to
loser.
happen. But I don't know. Unfortunately, I think that my story might take the cake.
Oh, I think it does too. You
tried
raped a
fucking
cat
a
with
cat
you
with
raped
a
a cat with a stick.
I-
Josh. I didn't expect you to come with that kind of heavy
Yeah.
artillery.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
People look at
it's
me and
called-
go.
The segment is called Confessions. You got to get this off your chest.
See,
you know?
people look at my story and go, "Oh, you
Okay,
know
but,
what?"
You know, now I feel
After
like
hearing Josh's, it's
I
not
feel
that
like
bad.
I feel like Luke over here has got to say something.
When
He
I
can't
was-
just get away with a pass.
When I was 13 years old, I cried while watching Edward Scissorhands. Was that good enough for you guys?
No, I cried while watching my dog Skip, so that's worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Edward
You ever seen
Scissorhands
Old
has some
Yeller?
Pretty sad parts.
Yeah.
Old Yeller?
Yeah. That I cried during that.
You never.
So,
like,
no, you need
You never
something
like put your
different.
dick in anything weird or anything. Oh, I've got
My
another
hand?
one. I once
Your
put my
hand's
dick,
weird.
What have you put your dick in?
taping mud.
Oh, taping mud, huh?
I once tried to screw a bag of taping mud. I swear to God.
Did you
Water
get it wet?
winging.
Did you get it wet first?
Well, you open the box. This is how taping mud works. It's for like drywall and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a little.
It's in a box, but inside the box is a bag, and inside the bag is taping mud, and it's squishy. And you can see how if you were to put your fingers and push into a bag filled with something squishy, you might think, "Hey, this might work if I lube this thing up." But it didn't work. The bag was actually like had a hole in it, and I ended up with taping mud all over my pants.
Oh.
And your dick.
Did you have to throw those
And
pants away?
Yes, that's the sad story is that I ended up losing pants out of it.
Water winging. I have to say water winging.
This could just keep getting worse.
I
this is
lubed
gonna
this
bring up
shit
more
up.
fucked up stories. for
I
this
lubed
person.
that shit up and put it under a couch cushion. Just
Oh,
fuck
who
the
hasn't
couch.
fucked a couch?
Yeah. Well, I had a water wing in it. It was awesome.
Yeah, who hasn't fucked a couch though? You haven't fucked a couch, Luke?
Oh, I fucked a couch.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say so?
Fucked a goddamn car.
Yeah, but that's not a confession because
Couch, a
everybody
sink.
has.
When I had that rubber vagina, I would put it anywhere where it would like hold it. Like the
It's
couch,
that much better.
The toilet seat, believe it or not, you put it between the seat and the toilet itself. It holds it, and it's like doggy style position. It's
Doggy style on the toilet. Fuck yeah.
great. Yeah,
yeah, that's not a confession. Everyone's done that.
fucked a couch.
Everyone's done that.
I told that to someone when I was younger, and they acted like they told everyone like I was some weirdo.
Because they're a prude motherfucker.
Or because they'd done it and they didn't want to admit it.
People talk about shampoo bottles. I don't know who's fucking a shampoo bottle or what shampoo
a
bottle.
tiny
I don't know
asshole.
how you must have a tiny penis.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And it's shampoo. Oh, don't ever jerk off with it.
Fuck no!
It will
It's
burn.
Make sure that the first ingredient isn't alcohol because
You might as well have chlamydia. It's the same pain.
I did it once.
That's what's sad is we all know that.
I did it once with Suave. It's a good name, right? Suave. It sounds like it's like
smooth.
Suave. It's
Until
like
it
smooth.
feels like chlamydia in your dick.
It worked. And then the tip started burning a little bit. And then like 2 days later, I had this like it looked like a lizard skin on my dick. This Mike's dropping. It was just like this. There was a skin over my dick that if I were to like try to rip the pieces off prematurely, it would not. It would have tore my skin off. So I had to like
gross.
I had to wait it out.
That sounds
I couldn't,
painful.
I couldn't take care of myself.
Did you try to
for
like?
quite a while.